In this lesson, we will learn how to use one function on different objects using call method and apply method. The call method is just like apply method, but instead of using an array, you pass arguments one by one. So we are going to look at how this method differs from each other and also return output like what you can see on the screen in few steps. So let's do this in 6 steps. Step 1, we need to create method with parameters. Step 2, we will set the this keyword in our method. Step 3 is to create objects. Step 4, we call the apply method. Step 5, we set the this keyword, and then 6, we pass arguments. So we're trying to learn how the call method and apply method controls the this keyword when it comes to functions. And aside from that, we are also trying to look at how the call method differs from the apply method. So in order to show how this works, then we need a concrete example. Here's my boilerplate code, and I'm already inside the script section. So I have a comment here that says create a person object. So I'm going to go ahead and make an object with a name of person. And then inside this, then it's going to have a method. So inside that method, then I'm going to set the method to property, and then I just want it to return this first name and last name. And also, aside from that, I want to add other things like city and country. So I'll go ahead and do that. Your city and country. Now, if you look at what I have here, inside my function, I'm not accepting anything as argument yet. So I want to pass in uh, um, these two elements here as argument. So I'll pass in city and country inside that function as an argument. So away from that, then I'm going to create a person1 object because I'm going to need more than just one object in order to demonstrate this. So I'll create a person1 object, and I will make another object for person2 as well. Now I have 3 functions. Now this is where the magic comes into play. Get element by ID. I want to manipulate this element in order to give us the output of whatever it is that we want to do. So now I have a main function, a main object here that has a method inside of it. So I want to pick that object, I want to call it, and then call my method. And now attach a call method which accepts arguments one after the other. So that means if I want to pass in any of the other object as arguments, then I will pass it one after the other in this manner. So I'll do person1 Oslo and the null because the function expects 2 parameters or 2 data, city and country. Now, if you look at my screen, you can see the name that belongs to this person1 object, John Doe, and then Oslo and Norway are the 2 other arguments that I just passed in. So what we are doing here basically is that we're creating a method with parameters, and we're using this key to refer to what I will call the object itself. So we are using the this key in order to refer to the object itself, and not just value from that object, but to the object itself. So that is why you can see that part that you are seeing in the method. Now, moving on from that, you create an object for person one and person two. And here is where we are using the call method, which is what we have here, that accepts arguments one after the other. You can see the call method in this bracket, and then we are passing in the an object and we are passing in other parameter. So this keyword that we have here is now being transferred to here and sets this place to the current object. So this now becomes this dot person one, and it's the reason why we are able to access it. So it becomes something like this dot person one, even though we are not putting it. Do you understand that? But then that is what is happening under the hood. And then we pass argument also to correspond to city, and then another to correspond to the country. So what we basically have here is that we have a function that is defined in this person object, and then we use the call method and then assign it, and then argument are passed directly. When we pass argument directly, then the function runs and then result is returned, as you can see on the screen. So now we are not using any array. You can see there's nothing like square brackets here. Instead, we pass values one by one. So this control is same as when you use apply in your code. But if I change this from call to apply, let me show us the difference. Apply. Now you will see that the output has disappeared. And why? That is because apply method expects arguments to be passed in as an array and not one after the other. So if I just change this to an array now, you will see that the results will come back. You can see the difference now. So the other one was accepting arguments with comma separated, but apply on its own as expects an array to be passed in as argument, and that is why the result disappear when I didn't use this square brackets that turned this into an array. Now, the call method works just like the apply method, if you notice. But instead of passing argument as an array, we pass them directly. Both methods allow us to control what this refers to in our code. Now, here are some few key takeaways. The call method and apply method, they do the same thing, because both of them control this keyword. You can see that here, by passing this person one object here, it inherits this key, and then we're able to extract the value. Even if I change this to person two, it will still work, because you have made the function to be more flexible and reusable anyway. Now, the only difference between the call method and apply method is how arguments are passed. One accepts arguments in form of comma separated list, while the other accepts arguments in form of an array. The call method is simpler for fixed arguments, while the apply method is useful when working with arrays.